What's good, man? We back with another podcast. It is the Realhooptalks podcast. How you doing, Mikey, man?
I'm feeling all right. KD lost last night. Came down to the wire. Last shot. You gotta hear your mouth. Other than that, I guess I'm doing all right. I've been worse.
Man, I don't know if it's just me, but these last couple of days just been feeling good. And then tonight I get to see him go against the Clippers and drop 340 pieces in a row. So what? 3 piece? I mean, 3 finals appearances in a row coming soon, maybe. I'm feeling great, man. Y'all saying that the Bucks in trouble with the Nets and the Sixers, and to me it just seems like neither of them can do anything with Giannis. That's what it looks like to me. But I'm doing great because my boy Giannis, man, finna secure his third MVP real soon. You know what I'm saying? But finna get into this, man. What we talking about today, Mikey?
Yeah, I think let's talk about the MVP. Since that kind of just got me going. Let's talk about the MVP.
You know MVP?
That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about.
We got our award show for y'all, man. First award show of the podcast.
That's what I want to talk about.
Now, I just want to say that our predictions were all like very wrong. I'm pretty sure we didn't get any of them right.
Yeah, they were horrible.
I was thinking about it the other day. I had Jordan Poole as most improved player, and like he's not even top 20 in that. But besides that, we doing MVP first. You want me to go first or you?
You can go first.
Well, my most valuable player, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I know Jokic's been playing great. I know Joel's been playing great too. But it's Giannis. 3 MVPs. No, 3. He's gonna have 3. Pretty obvious. What? 30, 12, and 6. DPOY defense. 55, 30, 72 shooting splits. I mean, he's just showed that he can close the last, year and a half now. You just saw him close 2 games back-to-back against, in your opinion, contenders. 50 points in game 6. Close that game out too. It's just, honestly, what can Giannis not do? And when it comes to being most valuable, I mean, I understand Jokic. He probably would be most valuable to his team, but besides that, it'd probably be Giannis. Because he is the Bucks defensively and offensively.
He is the Bucks offensively.
Yes, he's a walking mismatch.
I don't know. He's had some pretty good players offensively. Drew Holiday is a pretty great player.
Pretty inconsistent. Chris, pretty inconsistent. They good players. Don't get me wrong. They're just not Giannis.
I don't know. For you to say he's their whole offense, that's kind of wild.
He is he's tied. He's tied to lead the league in scoring. He's about to lead the league in scoring, Mike. Last podcast, I was on this bitch ranting about LeBron possibly doing it, even though he's missing the playoffs. But Giannis, in fact, is going to do it. They're tied. Tied. That's all I needed.
His field goal went down from last year, but
that's cool.
He's doing it, I guess. If you say so, yeah. I mean,
play great defensively and offensively, locking up everybody and anybody. I'm sorry, playing great help defense on everybody and anybody before we start.
There we go.
Play great help defense against KD last night, man. Who your MVP, Mike?
My MVP. I don't think you'll know my MVP, man.
Bro, don't say
my MVP. What? Don't say who.
Don't say Joel.
You said what?
Don't say Joel, bro. Joel and MVP, bro.
Dude, my MVP is not Giannis. I'll tell you that.
What the fuck?
It's not Giannis. I'm sorry. He's been playing great, having these monster performances. I'm sorry. It's not. I just can't roll with Giannis, man. My MVP is Luka Doncic.
Get the fuck out of here!
MVP is Luka Doncic. He's a top 3 seed. He's a top 3 seed in the West, and I've been thinking about some. Why does Jokic just like deserve to be like this like undisputed MVP? Why? When have we awarded anything under a top 4, sometimes 5 seed? When have we awarded that? Unless you do something historically that hasn't been done in years. Why are we just like conceding to Jokic so much? Why?
His second and third best player is out.
And then I thought about it. I looked at the roster. Luka has had just as much help as Jokic. But the only difference is only difference is Luka is 3 spots ahead of him with similar numbers. So
the Nuggets are tied for the 5th seed right now, bro.
and the Luka Doncic Mavericks, because that's a one-man show. The Luka Doncic Mavericks are tied for the.
He's surrounded by a bunch of great defenders. He's a good defender himself.
I mean, yeah,
They rank
but
6th in defense.
we look at how much Jokic has been elevating them. I don't know. I think Luka has been doing a pretty good job of elevating.
So do you think Luka is as valuable as Jokic?
I do. I would honestly say that.
I don't think that's crazy.
I mean, and look, I was gonna say Giannis. I'm not gonna lie, he's my runner-up. I was gonna give it to Giannis, but then I checked the standings. The Mavericks won 48 games. Giannis and the Bucks have won 48 games. I mean, they lost 28, Mavericks lost 29, but they won the same amount of games. They won the same amount of games, and I'm sure we can we both agree that
Luka?
the Bucks are way better than the Mavs as a team. I'm sure we can both agree as that.
Luka?
We can agree on that. Can we not agree on that?
What, that the Bucks is better than the Mavericks? Yeah, they are.
Like overall as a team, yeah. Like miles better than the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Okay. And yet Luka has the same amount of wins as Giannis. So why shouldn't Luka be the MVP? I understand Giannis is, when he steps on the court, 9 times out of 10, he's probably the best player on the court whenever he steps on it, offensively and defensively, probably most nights, except when he Kevin Durant, of course. But I understand what he does for the Bucks on both ends. He closes out games defensively. Can close out games offensively sometimes. But Luka, man, he's been on a tear.
Luka?
I don't think he's been talking much. Luka, yes. He has the same amount of wins as Giannis.
I mean, he averaged 28, 9, and 9, so it's not crazy with a rebound and assist off of averaging a 28-point triple-double. But Luka?
Top three in the West. Same amount of wins. It's no argument that he has less help than Giannis.
But it's not like he does. You can make a case that he has more help than Jokic, though, bro.
I mean, you can, but
He had Porzingis a decent amount of the season. He averaged 24, 19 points per game.
Less than 20 games. And I was looking at that. The only players that's been here are Dorian Finney-Smith, Jalen Brunson, and someone else. Maybe Tim Hardaway who's
Jr.
been over here. Tim Hardaway Jr., yeah. Chris Stapps was like 19 games, I think. Dinwiddie has only played like less than 10, if I'm correct. He's averaging 19, but he's played less than 10.
He played 18 games, started 7.
He's played 18?
He started 7, though.
But that's still not a lot. When you look at it, he low-key has the same amount of help as Jokic. But they're 3 spots ahead. So why should Jokic just be praised as this consensus MVP over Luka Doncic?
I honestly don't have an answer for you.
I don't understand it.
I don't want to compare the two because I do think that Spencer Dinwiddie would be the second best player on the Nuggets. But at the same time, I don't know if that's something that's substantial enough to just flat out say that Luka don't deserve it over Jokic, over Tim Hardaway Jr. versus an overall better starting lineup for the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets starting lineup without Jokic may be better than the Mavericks starting lineup without Luka is what I'm saying.
So shouldn't that help Luka's case?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like at the same time, like why wouldn't it be Luka over Jokic? I guess Luka has a case.
I don't know, man. I just think he should get more consideration. He's been and the Mavs been playing like really good.
Damn, Luka for MVP, like it's nothing to argue against it. It's just weird because he hasn't been a part of the top 3 conversation that's been happening the whole year.
Yeah, everybody's saying Embiid, but he has way less. He has way less than everybody ahead of him. Yet he has the same amount of wins. I don't same numbers. It's not like a Chris Paul thing where you can say, oh well, his numbers aren't that great. No, 28, 9, and 9. Like what is Jokic? 26, 13, and 7. I mean, the numbers are he's got more rebounds, but the numbers are the same. Luka's got more points, has more I don't know. Like, tell me why Luka shouldn't be. Okay, tell me why he shouldn't be at least over Jokic.
He's a better Jokic is. I think a lot of the time that when you have size and height to you, it makes what you do seem better than what it is. Maybe I don't know if that's a bad way of explaining it, but Jokic is a center doing everything that basically Luka does. That's why.
What, playmaking,
scoring.
Yeah, okay.
It's just size. The fact that we're seeing a center do it. what do people say? Seeing people that's over 7 feet be able to pass the ball and score over 26, 27 points is what people like to see. Versus Luka, he's a point guard. Was he like 6'7"? We've seen a lot of point guards do what Luka's done. Honestly, that's all. Not saying they shouldn't be rewarded for what he's doing, but it does seem like he have a case. I don't have nothing to really argue with. Because even then, you can make the argument that him having to adjust to playing with Spencer Dinwiddie mid-season and still being able to move up in the standings is something to be happy about or say it's something that he accomplished. Even though his second best player got swapped literally in the middle of the season with another player who was doing bad in a terrible situation for him and still being able to get to the third seed is something to gloat about.
And I actually was like campaigning for Jokic like most of this year up until maybe the past few days, really, when it just hit me. I'm like, when they were playing the Cavs, I'm like, Luka's been killing. Why isn't Luka like top 3 or like in the top 1? Oh, actually, no, I lied. It was when I saw Nick Wright. I think Nick Wright had him 1, but I think today he picked Giannis over. I think he moved up or something. Yeah, I was watching what's their show called?
First, no, it's not First. I know what you're talking about though. I know Nick Wright show because I was just watching him. He's known as the Jokic hater.
He had Luka number 1. I'm like,
first things first.
First things first. I'm like, why not? Because when you look at it, like I said, I get that Jokic has them out of play-in, which is crazy, and their record is great. Like, I think in the East they'll probably be like the 5th seed, maybe. I don't know for sure. They got 46 wins without their second and third best player. But like I said, the roster is he has just as much as Jokic has. And like I said, with Giannis, you can't tell me you take Giannis out, you take Luka out, the Bucks are way better. So
yeah, they are.
They
are.
So I don't know. I gotta go with Luka, man. He deserves it. Is
this like only if he was to stay the 3 seed? Because they are tied with the Warriors, but Steph obviously isn't there. So if they stayed at 3 seed, he'd stay your MVP. Or if he moved down, would it change? Like if he was to fall to the 4th seed, is it that close? Because I'm hearing a lot of people say that it's that close with Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid. Because Jokic is the 6th seed, and a lot of people don't want to give MVP to the 6th seed because then it just seems like you're just giving it to a lower seed because of that's the best narrative. Well, at least when Russ did it, 30-point triple-double, I think that's self-explanatory. But yeah, I think if Jokic move up to this, maybe the 5th seed, it might be a lock for him. But until then, I still think it's a conversation to be had with everybody. I think Luka has a conversation too. It's just he doesn't have narrative behind him. Like, it's no reason for anybody to be interested in Luka doing what Luka has been doing his whole career, basically. Carrying the Mavericks with inconsistent players around him. So it just seems like he doesn't have a narrative. What narrative would he have?
So all right, correct me if I'm wrong. Jokic's narrative is we're seeing a big man do things that
they haven't done before, and his second and third best player isn't there. Joel had a good one. He was a top 3 seed with Ben being out.
But even with Joel, I was thinking about it. Even without Ben, they still have a great roster. If you're like
Maxey,
if you're that guy, you should be a top 4 seed. Like if you're Joel Embiid, as we say he is, there's no excuse for you not to be a top 4 even without Ben Simmons, because that roster is great. Was great. So if you're that guy, I don't know if I should just be like, if him being the 4 seed without Ben Simmons, I don't know if that should be
what.
Yeah, or like just be like something to say here. He has to be the MVP, like because that roster is still great. So I don't know, man. I was thinking about it.
I think another part of it was that everybody was happy that big man basketball was back because it's been missing for a while. But I still don't think it's back. We have like 4 to 5 good / elite big men, and everybody else is just average to me. But I think that was part of the narrative too, just saying that big man basketball is back. I think some players you just want to give an MVP to so they can say they have one. Cough, cough, James Harden. Joel Embiid doesn't have one. I think everybody want to see James Harden. Joel Embiid with one.
James Harden. You said James Harden?
He didn't deserve the MVP in 2018, bro.
Well, he deserved to win in 2019. That Giannis won. So there we go.
No,
There
this ain't about that, bro. We're not gonna.
And Giannis didn't deserve to win in 2020 because LeBron deserved it. But there we go. Okay.
Ron deserved it in a lot of years, bro. I think he should have gotten 2018. I think they really fucked him over with that. 50 wins before Kyrie. Kyrie leaves, still get 50 wins, still make the finals. Yeah, I don't see why Luka wouldn't get it though. I think he does deserve some more credit for what he's doing because I think he's kind of
So
going. I think we're praising Joel Jokic doing this with his second best players out, but we're not praising Luka for doing this because his second and third, but he just doesn't have the talent is equal,
Yeah,
despite him having a healthy team.
exactly. Like you said, okay, it's easy
Have
to
I never
tell.
thought about that? That's weird.
It's easy to tell with Jokic because you could be like, okay, they're missing someone. They're missing two players. The Mavericks, they're not missing anybody, but they're equally as bad or as good as the Nuggets with missing their two players. So like, it's easy to tell Jokic's impact because you can say, oh, MPJ is gone, Jamal Murray is gone. But with the Mavs, there's nobody because they're already at that level.
Mm.
Is nobody missing. So like, I think it's maybe harder. I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying.
Let me look at
You know,
Denver roster. No, they do seem like they're equivalent, like team for team. I'm happy to see that Luka's getting out of the first round this year, bro.
yeah, I think it's finally gonna happen.
At least I
They're gonna
hope.
beat the Jazz.
Denver Nuggets roster. Nobody sticks
So
out
with
to me though that would even average 17 or 19 points. I don't
I mean,
know.
Porzingis, but he was here for 20 games, and then Dinwiddie, but he's barely been here. Like I said, the only ones who's been here who's actually been producing. Dorian Finney-Smith, Tim Hardaway, and
Aaron Gordon, Barden, Monty Morris is
Monty
in a bucket.
Morris.
He got two people averaging 15 points per game. They're gonna argue that he's the reason they're averaging that much, but
You can say that for Luka. Luka gets attention to him. Luka, you
I
get a
don't
lot
think
of
it's a
open
bad
shots.
pick. I think Luka should get more involved. Maybe he will in the later years. I just think that they're trying to give it to people that time is running out, like Joel. That's all.
Yeah, maybe they don't want to waste.
Or trying to go with that narrative of big man basketball is back because everybody seemed to love this year because all three MVP finalists is gonna be big men.
Yeah, I don't think they want to waste MVP years because with other players coming up like Ja, um, Tatum, who knows, Book might be in the conversation in a few
These
years.
next
But
couple years gonna be real interesting though. Yeah, seeing
time go.
D Book, Tatum, even Luka, all still getting better. They all still under 25.
See time,
Giannis, Joel, and Jokic is all what 27, 28, 29.
and Embiid is already has injury history, so it's time for like when an MVP could run out. So maybe they don't want to waste his MVP years because they know his window
I
maybe.
still don't think that's fair. I think we need to give everybody an equal playing field. I know we can't take narrative out of it entirely, but I think it'd be a lot better if they did because of players like LeBron who's still getting compared to MJ. In reality, we all know LeBron deserves 2, 3 more MVPs. The same thing may happen to Luka in a couple years when we're talking like this. Him having these MVP caliber seasons and not getting recognition.
So what's Giannis' narrative? The whole 3 out of 4 years thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared for that narrative to be applied, bro. Because ever since I've been thinking about this, ever since Giannis got his first MVP, every player who's gotten their third MVP won a ring that same year, and I don't want that pressure against him, honestly. Because I remember seeing it go through LeBron like that. He won his third MVP and was getting compared to Magic, Jordan, Bird, Kareem. All these players on their third MVP won a ring, bro. And I don't want to see Giannis be the only player to stand out. But yeah, I think his narrative is just being good, doing it on both ends of the floor.
So Luka doesn't really have a narrative.
Not really.
So okay, Jokic's narrative is doing things a big man shouldn't be doing, hasn't never been seen before. Giannis is kind of the 3 out of 4 years thing, being good on both ends.
Yep.
Embiid is kind of he doesn't have MVP. We don't want to waste his MVP years.
Big man
Kind of took
basketball.
the big man basketball is back type thing, carrying the Sixers without Ben before Harden when they had a good team in reality. That's his narrative, kind of.
Pretty much.
And then Luka is just doing what he's just been doing since he came in the league. Just another year.
Damn, is it really that noticeable? That is it like that? Well, yeah. Tyrese Maxey averaged 17. Tobias averaged 18. Before Seth Curry was traded, he averaged 15.
Bro, he had hella help. Not to take away from what he was doing, but he wasn't like that.
Again, I don't want to make it be an award that you gotta only win if you don't have help, bro. Because that don't seem fair.
True, but I just don't like the whole narrative that he should get it because he's keeping the Sixers afloat and keeping them at the top of the East without Ben Simmons. Like he's.
It'd probably be more effective if there was a top 2 seed. Cause that's what they was all those seasons. Ben was there.
It just makes it seem. It makes it seem as if he's doing something with less, like Jokic or Luka, when in reality he's not. Like you said, I don't think you should have to just carry to be the MVP because that's kind of unfair to players like Giannis and players like.
I think it'd be more significant if he was where he was last year. Because I keep on thinking about this LeBron 2018. The reason we all campaigned for him to get MVP is because he won the same amount of games as when Kyrie left. Joel is not the 1 seed. Joel has never consistently been the 1 seed. That was the 1 seed majority of last year. And then the year before that, I think that was still a top 2 seed. So I don't think he deserves those kudos or that narrative when it doesn't really deserve to be applied. It's not like he's running the East. He's just a mid-team, top 4.
Yeah. I agree with that though. You shouldn't have to like be in a position where you have to carry the load just to win MVP. Like I said, that takes away from.
I just think that makes it more of a sympathy contest. Oh, I feel bad for you. Your best player not hearing you playing your heart out. Here's an award. Although that's technically what the award is, most valuable player. If you miss your second and third best player, you're going to become the most valuable regardless of what your situation is.
Yeah, because that's, like I was going to say, it's kind of unfair to Giannis and players like Embiid. Because who's to say if you put Giannis on the Nuggets right now and put Jokic on the Bucks right now, you tell me they probably won't win the same amount of games as Jokic, if not more, because what he brings defensively. Like, so it's, I don't know, it's kind of like.
Then there's other cases like Trae Young. Trae Young is Atlanta's offense. They're ranked second in offense, and it's all because of Trae Young. Trae Young is the only reason. But then again, we're not going to reward a 10th seed, the MVP to a 10th seed.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
I don't know. It's like so many gray areas with it sometimes to me.
So I got Giannis, you got Luka. Luka wasn't a bad pick. That was different.
Yeah, Giannis is my runner-up. I was going to give it. Giannis is my runner-up. Who's your runner-up?
Jokic.
Yeah. Jokic is third. I get Jokic.
It's a slippery slope, bro. And I kind of don't like how they did Embiid, honestly. That's another conversation, though. How he just his stats got better with Harden, but he failed. Like since the Harden trade to now, he's played better than Jokic, but Jokic is being getting more love and votes than him. I don't think it's fair how they doing him either, bro.
Maybe it's that whole sympathy thing. The MVP is looked at as you have to carry, maybe, type thing. I don't know.
But that would make you most valuable. That's what the award is. Most valuable player.
Yeah, that's where it gets tricky. But then again, like I said, if you put Embiid or Giannis in that spot, who's to say they probably won't win the same amount of games? Like, I don't know. So, like, it's weird. It's like, I don't know. The MVP has always been, like, so many gray areas. Just like the whole Devin Booker thing, how we usually award it to top seeds and stuff. But I don't know, man. It's too many gray areas.
I don't want to award it to somebody who's not even a superstar, though. Like, considered one.
Yeah.
But then again, who's to call who a superstar? Like, should public perception really matter when talking about awards? Like, how you're looked at, should that matter at all?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't, but it does. Because, like I said, we're not going to give a super. Just like CP3. I mean, if you're going to go by definition, last year Chris Paul was the most valuable player. If we're going by, like, literal definition, most valuable player.
He had the best fucking case for that, literally.
He was literally the most valuable player. Like, I don't see otherwise. Like,
taking a 10th seed to the finals.
You took a team who didn't make the playoffs to the finals and won 2 games. You were up 2-0.
Steve Nash ain't never do it. Best son ever.
You hadn't won. Like, literally, like I said, the literal definition, most valuable player. Chris Paul was the literal most valuable player last year. But Look, I think that played a role too. We're not going to give it to a player who's not even looked at as a superstar, like universally. Like so.
It read. All right, man. Who's your defensive player of the year?
My defensive player of the year. That was tricky, but I'll give it to. I think I'm gonna go defensive player of the year. I'd probably go Bear. Man.
My boy Gobi, four-time DPOY.
I give it to
That's tied for most all time, man. So you can be a DPOY but not top 20.
Yeah, just because you play good defense don't make you top 20. That's what you don't understand. Yes, you could be a good defender. Yes. And he's not an All-NBA player. Don't put him on your All-NBA team.
He is all NBA.
He's not better than Cat. Just stop.
Yes, he is.
Stop it.
Impact.
He's not better than Cat. He's not better. Just cut it. Cut it out.
My DPOY, man, this is gonna seem pretty like dick roderish. But for the first time in NBA history, we are gonna see somebody do something that's never been done. We're gonna see Giannis Antetokounmpo with MVP and DPOY not once together, but twice. And it's pretty. I got some pretty good facts around this, man. Wait. Brook Lopez down most of the season, man. Do you think really Bobby Portis was going to guard 6'10" plus players this whole time? No. Giannis had to step up a little bit. We all know he's the best help defender in the league. It's no shade there unless your name is Mikeyhooptalks or Stephen A. Smith or somebody online who thinks that because Giannis is the DPOY, he needs to guard somebody like Kevin Durant. Nobody can guard Kevin Durant.
He does. Go ahead, though.
And he's been more available than majority of the candidates. Draymond has been hurt. Gobi has been hurt. Well, he's been out with COVID / hurt. And outside of Mikal Bridges, who was number 2 a couple months ago, everyone else has just been simply hurt. Bam was out a decent amount with it. I think he had thumb surgery or some type of hand surgery.
Yes.
So just strictly off availability alone, it'd be Giannis. 2-time DPOY, 3-time MVP, 3-time champ on the way.
I don't know. I just took into account how bad the Jazz were when Gobi was gone.
True.
I guess we never get to see how bad the Bucks are because Giannis is always here. So maybe that shouldn't be a defining factor on my part because, like I said, we don't get to see the Bucks. We don't get to see the Bucks without Giannis because he's always durable. So maybe I should rethink that.
Honestly, though, I don't even know who this award is going to go to this year. Like who they'd actually give it to.
Yeah.
Because in the past, they don't really look at how many games is really played when it comes to DPOY. Because I remember when Gobi won his first one, he only played 60 games or 60% of the season. So I don't.
Yeah, I think game the most the award that games played is most effective is obviously MVP. Really, other ones don't. Because I'm trying to think. Didn't someone recently win Rookie of the Year? They missed a portion. Oh, LaMelo. He missed.
Yeah, Joel Embiid versus Donovan Mitchell. That was a good one. Because
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons. Yeah, my bad. Ben Simmons. No, Joel was with Malcolm Brogdon, and Joel lost because he didn't play enough. He didn't play enough games.
Oh,
I remember that one. All right, man. Who was your 6th man of the year?
I think this is easy consensus. I mean, what, Tyler Hero?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess my runner-up, since we have a consensus, my runner-up will probably be. I would go Kevin Love, but they've been losing.
Kevin Love was your backup 6th man of the year.
Yes.
But
I'm gonna go Jalen Brunson.
Man, me personally, I was the same Tyler Hero. My backup was the same Jalen Brunson. Tyler Hero, bro, I did not know he averaged 21, 5, and 4, and he's 0.7 points away from being the Heat's leading scorer. 44, 39, 87 shooting splits. He up there. The Heat are 11 and 7 without him. I think that's a lot to say about a team that was the 1 seed for like a solid month, 2 months.
Man, he's proven it. He on Trey level.
No, he's not.
He's producing to winning. You told me impact matters.
Does he not help?
I was told impact matters. I was told impact matters. That's what I was told. Impact matters.
He's not better than him at literally anything. Except for maybe defense. He's on the team with Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, who's they back? PJ Tucker, Dwayne Dedman. The list goes on. The amount of depth and help.
I'm just saying, man. He's proven that he's on there.
He's not on Trae Young. You're disrespectful as fuck.
I don't know. Maybe he's on Trae Young's level. I was told that impact matters.
It does, but according to you, he's not even he's not a top 2 player on this team. Unless he might be better than Bam. He might be. He might be better than Bam.
I'm not having a Bam debate today. I'm not.
He might be better than him. I mean,
I'm not
scared to take mid ranges.
I'm not having a Bam debate. I'm not having a Bam. All I know is Bam is better than Kobe. That's all I know.
Most improved player, man. I think this is gonna be pretty I can't pronounce it. The consensus too. Ja Morant.
Yeah, back up. Miles Bridges out my backup.
Bruh, who the fuck thought Ja Morant would be most improved player? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild. At one point, he was in the MVP conversation and the most improved discussion.
You think Ja deserved to be top 5 in MVP finalists? Top 5? We're gonna have a conversation between him, Booker, Tatum, and Luka. We're gonna have.
I think the whole 19-2 thing is killing his MVP case. I think it's killed it. Like it's murdered it.
Yeah,
it's like it's done. Like it's in the grave. It's the whole because it shouldn't be held against you how good your team is. But then again,
how valuable are you if they going 20-2?
If they're 19-2 or 20-2, whatever, without you, and if you take other players off of their team, they probably would be negative. It's kind of hard to fight that. I don't know.
But do you think he deserves to finish top 5 for getting the Grizzlies to the 2nd seed?
He would be my.
He not making the cut, bro.
He would be my 6.
He not making the cut.
I still gotta give DeMar DeRozan 5th. I gotta give Tatum 4th.
I don't think he over D-Book, Tatum, D-Book, Tatum, Luka, or DeMar.
I give him 7 because he's not over D-Book neither. Because what they want, they're on pace to win 65.
Beat their franchise record.
So nah. But then it's like one of those things where, in my opinion, no. But him being top 5 wouldn't be a stretch because you could make a case. You could make a case that he has a
that
better case.
19-2 is killing him, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. No, he shouldn't be top 5, in my opinion. Nah.
All right, so we got? What, rookie of the year?
Yeah,
Who is your Roy, your rookie of the year?
my Roy for the majority of the season was Evan Mobley. But I gotta change it.
For what?
I gotta change it, man. He's been missing games. Before he was missing games, the Cavs been falling apart. And then, guess who caught him? The team who caught the Cavs. I gotta give it to him. He was getting hype at the beginning of the season, but I don't know where it went. Scotty Barnes is the rookie of the year.
You are a fake Cavs fan. You're an L Cavs fan. You are an L Cavs fan.
Scotty Barnes is the rookie of the year, man. He has to be, man. He has to be.
You're an L Cavs fan, bro.
Scotty Barnes. I gotta give it to Scotty Barnes, man.
Well, mine was Evan Mobley. Cavs in the playoffs for the first time without LeBron James since like '97. He was a big acquisition. We've seen him play against. We've seen him guard ones. We've seen him guard fives. We've seen him guard everything. But I do think it's close. I do think it's close.
Let's see. Actually,
well, I'm glad to say that there is.
I do think it's close though. I think Cade will be making it a conversation too.
I think I'm gonna go Mobley. Cade has been playing great.
Congress appropriated
He's not gonna win
$1.4
Rookie of the Year,
billion
but
to
he's the
look
best
at
rookie in my
post-acute
opinion.
He probably
life
is.
COVID.
He's gonna end up being the best.
Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Mobley, man. I think I'm gonna roll with Mobley.
I think it's close between them though. I like this rookie class a lot, bro.
Chris Duarte, he lost some. He lost.
He
some
been hurt.
noise. Oh, okay.
He balled out. Giddy balled out. All three, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, Cade, they all been balling out. Jalen Green showed some glimpses. I think this rookie class been good. Franz Wagner was good too. What's
Green's
it?
been playing real well
Who?
since the All-Star break. Jalen Green.
What's his name? Who played for the Thunder? I think his name is it Trey Mann? Trey Mann's been playing great. His shot creation has been great. I like this rookie class, man. We don't get him like this often. These next three supposed to be dangerous though.
You said next 3?
Yeah, they all got hyper on them. I know a couple gonna be filled with bugs. But who is your coach of the year?
My coach of the year, I'm gonna give it to. It's a fight between Taylor Jenkins and Monty Williams. I'm gonna roll with Taylor Jenkins.
You're disrespectful as fuck, bro.
He has them as the second seed, and they're winning without Ja. That has to be some coaching. It has to be some coaching. Has to be.
My coach of the year is Eric Spoelstra. Number 1 seed in the East. He hasn't won one yet. And
He hasn't won one?
doesn't have one. And he's fought with injuries all season and managed to be the first seed. Everybody else who got injuries have dropped. Sixers, they was never there. But Bucks dropped. Nets dropped. Hawks dropped. Celtics dropped. No one else drops with injuries except for the Heat. Warriors dropped. So I just want Eric Spoelstra. If I didn't write it back down, but if I did, I'd probably give it to Taylor though. I'm not gonna lie. Because nobody expect the Grizzlies to even make it. A lot of us didn't even have I didn't even have the Grizzlies in my playoff picture. A lot of people didn't have them in their playoff picture outside of maybe the play-in / first round. Looks like they're going to make it to the second just to get bounced, but I give it to them. I haven't seen the Grizzlies as a top 2 seed in like 10 plus years, so.
They're going to the conference finals.
No, they're not. They're not beating. I don't even know they face off, but they're not going to beat the Jazz. They're not beating Denver. They're not beating Phoenix. They're not beating anyone.
You're crazy.
They might not even beat the Clippers if that's who they go against. I'm picking the Clippers in 7 against the Grizzlies.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Paul George is back. 5 steals in his debut. 30 plus points on 50 plus field goal percentage.
You're a troll.
I'm being dead ass. I'm not hounding them like y'all, bro.
You're a troll, bro.
Man, hey.
What else is left?
All NBA selections, man.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
You want to go first for your All NBA first thing?
Hey, let's go. Oh, we got some time.
All NBA first team. Who you got on your first
We did
team?
all the awards. Did we do all the awards?
Yeah, we did all of them. Coach of the year, rookie of the year, most.
Oh, we might get to the second team, and okay. First team. I'm gonna get the easels out the way. I'm sure you have Jokic as the center. I'm not doing that Embiid shit, bro. I just can't.
So who's your center?
Huh?
Who your center?
I say I'm sure we both have Jokic as the
Oh, I
center.
thought you said that you wasn't doing that Embiid shit.
I'm not, bro.
Oh, so
Giving him
Embiid
the
not your
front
power
spot.
forward?
No, that shit is not.
I don't think it should be that way either.
That's not right, bro. It takes away from the value from being a all first team center if you're just gonna give it to
Another
a center that
center.
played power forward for 2 minutes, and it's also unfair to players like Kevin Durant, players like DeMar DeRozan, players like LeBron.
I think they should just stick to a traditional system. They breaking the system,
stick
bro.
to
Because there's players like LeBron James that's played 3. He's played point guard, forward, and center this season.
Yeah, so he could qualify for all 3 of the spots. Like, hold on, I dropped something. But yeah, okay. First team forwards. My first team, Giannis. Now, I was debating about this. I get he's missed games, but I don't think he's missed enough to the point where it could be definable in this voting process per se. I gotta give it to KD, man.
You got
I'm not gonna
KD
act
first
like
team?
I'm not gonna act like he didn't have a better year than LeBron and DeMar DeRozan, even though he missed a significant part of the season. I'm not gonna act like the Nets weren't the consistent first seed in the East. The consistent first seed without Kyrie, with James Harden being very inconsistent this year, decline as you say, not top 10 anymore, or not a superstar anymore, as you say. I'm not gonna act like they weren't the first seed. KD missed what 20 some games, missed like a month and a half straight, and they dropped 7 spots. KD would have been my. I just want to throw this out there. If KD never got hurt, he would have been my MVP. I just want to throw. He would have been. He was on track. That's not. Oh, okay. That's another topic for another day. KD deserves 2 MVPs, but his legs won't hold up. But anyways, I'm not gonna act like KD's not playing the best basketball of his life. I'm not gonna act like they weren't the 1 seed consistently without Kyrie Irving, with James Harden and his struggles and inconsistency as well. So like I say, I get he's missed some portion of the year, but I didn't think he missed enough to the point where it should affect his voting. Guards, Luka Doncic, first team guard. Steph can't make the cut. I'm sorry.
What the fuck? You on the road today, bro. Why can't Steph make the cut? Steph is not a part of your first team?
Actually, Steph can make the cut.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just tripping because he's been injured. Okay, I'm gonna give Steph because I'm not gonna act like they weren't on pace to break their own record before Draymond Green got hurt, and then Draymond Green comes back a few games. Now Steph is hurt and they're dropping. I'm not gonna act like that didn't happen. So I guess I'll go
Steph played more than KD.
Yeah, I'll go Steph.
So you're starting is Steph, Luka, Giannis, KD, and Jokic.
Yep.
Mine's is pretty much the same, but I replaced Kevin Durant with DeMar DeRozan. Now I do not want DeMar DeRozan to be here. I'd much rather have LeBron or even Kevin Durant. But KD hasn't even played enough games to nominate for any award or even a scoring title because how many games he missed. So I just gave it to DeMarcus. He stayed afloat. He dropped 50 last night, and I don't really give him credits for this, but in your words, before him, the Bulls wasn't even in the play-in. He comes, Vooch has declined a little bit, and now they're a 5th seed. They was the 1 seed for a while as well. He's kept them afloat with Zach LaVine even being injured all season. He hasn't been the same. So I just gave it to him. I don't know if there will ever be another time when he's first team All-NBA, but he just made it because of injuries. Because I'm pretty sure if KD played even 5 to 10 more games, he'd be this first All-NBA selection, and he'd be a lock. Second team.
So who do you think they're going to actually give it to? You think they're going to give it to DeRozan?
Probably. I don't know, bro. Cause you can't. I don't know, bro. It's hard to say who. Cause they could go ahead and give it to fucking LeBron, but I don't. They gonna give it to KD, bro. They not gonna give DeMar DeRozan love. They're not going to have DeMar DeRozan make it over Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Second team, man, I'm going to go first. Now, this was hard, y'all, man. This second team is low-key loaded. This second team, they loaded. My guards for second team is obviously Ja Morant. I had to pick him for obvious reasons. And this point guard position was hard, y'all. I'm a Hawks fan, but Ja Morant had a breakout season. Ja Morant, but Devin Booker was first seed this season. I'm giving it to Trae Young, bro. He's top 5 in points, top 5 in assists, and he is Atlanta. The Atlanta Hawks go as far as he takes them. His whole team has been hurt majority of the season, and he's still in the play-in. Anybody else who misses 4 of their top 5 players is not making the playoffs at all. And he's going through the same thing.
What do you mean they're staying afloat? That's staying afloat?
If you take 4 to 5 best players off of any other team in the playoffs, they'd be exactly where Trae Young is in the play-in.
You're giving him credit for making the play-in?
DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Bogan Bogdanovic have all been hurt. They've been hurt.
This this is a sympathy. This is a sympathy vote. I'm sorry. This is a
Top
sympathy
3
vote.
best players have been hurt.
You just gave Trae Young a sympathy vote. You just did. You gave him a sympathy vote.
So okay, let me get this straight. So where would let me put you somewhere. Where would the Celtics be if Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and Robert Williams was all hurt?
They would probably be in they would for sure be in that playing area.
And that's where Trey is.
But I wouldn't reward Tatum for that, and I wouldn't.
He's top 5 in points and assists.
I wouldn't praise him. I wouldn't praise him for keeping them.
You know, your thing is, Gobe's not this. All he does is DPOY stuff. I'm not gonna praise people off things that I can't even see with my own 2 eyes. He's doing stuff that you can see with your 2 own eyes. So this is crazy. Trae Young should be 3rd team if he even makes 3rd team. Trae Young is
Trae Young. Trae Young is an All NBA this year.
He's not all NBA. Trae Young is a top 3-point guard, bro. There's no way in hell that he doesn't make it. We're gonna give Devin Booker is not better than Trae Young.
You say impact.
Yes, impact is Trae Young. Trae Young is impact.
I don't know. You kind of just won me over. You won me over, but for the wrong reason. Your reasoning is bad.
What's wrong with the reasoning? He's missing his top 3 players.
He doesn't deserve to be the 2nd team All NBA because he's keeping them afloat by making the 10th seed. That's not
his top 3 players have missed 20+ games.
10th seed. We're praising him because he's made the 10th seed.
You can rip 3 starters off of any team for more than 20 games and they're not making the playoffs.
The 10th seed.
That's
not keeping them afloat is like, I could see if it was like the 7th seed. So okay, the 10th seed.
They're in the play-in. He got them where they need to be to have a chance.
That's why this whole playing shit has to stop, man. Because now it lowers the standards. Because we can say for certain players, at least you got them to the play-in, like you're doing with Trae Young. So
he's making the playoffs, bro. It don't matter if the Nets or the Hornets is that 9th seed. The Hawks are making the playoffs, and I'm standing on it. It's stamped.
They're not making the playoffs.
The Atlanta Hawks?
They're not getting past the Cavs. I'm sorry.
The Cavs are hurt, bro. Stop with this.
They're not getting past the Cavs. They're not.
My forwards for the 2nd team is pretty obvious. Since KD ain't make my 1st, he was obviously on my 2nd. So KD and LeBron is my 2nd. And then Joel is my center for 2nd team. So my 2nd team is Trae, Ja, LeBron, KD, and Joel. Who's on your 2nd team?
You're crazy. This whole DeRozan thing threw you off so horribly.
How?
Oh my God. Trae Young is on my 2nd team. You just won me over.
My boy Ice Trae.
You won me over with Trae Young. I gotta give it to him. I mean, he's top 5 in points and assists. I mean, it's obvious he doesn't have help. Something isn't going right. But I'm not giving it to him because he's keeping them afloat as the fucking 10th seed. That's you didn't win me with that. But
he's missing his 3 best players. That's not keeping him afloat.
I'm not doing that. No, he can get it, but that's not why he's getting it. I have to go Ja. D-Book was considered. I have to go Ja.
Damn, you think we doing D-Book dirty, bro? You think we a part of the cause?
I guess we are. He hasn't been better than Ja. I'm sorry. No one expected them to do this. Ja's, it's nobody, like you said. I think in our predictions, I had him in. I think I had them in the play-in.
Memphis. You had them as like the 9th, 10th seed. I didn't have them making the play-in at all.
So yeah, that's horrible. So I got to give him something for proving me wrong. How is Jayson Tatum now All NBA 2nd team?
He's not getting over LeBron or KD or DeMar.
But that's the thing.
My forwards above him is Giannis, DeMar, KD.
It up.
Who?
Having DeMar DeRozan threw it all off because Dude, DeMar DeRozan shouldn't be first team.
He's kept the Bulls afloat with injuries. They missed their starting point guard, starting shooting guard, starting power forward, and yet they have not even entered play-in territory yet. What do you mean?
I'm giving it to Tatum. I gotta go Tatum. I'm sorry. I'm giving it to Tatum.
He kept his team afloat longer than Tatum, and he averages more points than him.
Tatum is currently a top 3 seed. Don't talk to me about keeping your team afloat. Tatum is a 3rd seed.
They went for 1 seed for 2 months.
Stop it. Cut it out.
You're recency bias. You're recency biasing, bro.
Cut it out. LeBron is the 2nd spot. Embiid is the
So DeMar DeRozan is 3rd team.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan is 3rd team. He didn't have a better year than LeBron, Jason Tatum, or Kevin Durant.
He did have a better year than Tatum, bro. Whole year, not finished, whole year.
No, he didn't.
So Tatum had the 1st seed for 1 day. He had the 1st seed for more than 1 month.
He brought them back from.
Stop saying that. Stop saying he brought them back. You said, Robert Williams is number 1 in defensive rating?
He brought them back and turned them around.
Stop saying that.
Being out of the
They all did it. They all turned around. Al Horford, Robert Williams, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Marcus Smart.
Well, yeah, it was because of his play, though. He was the driving force. He turned them around from being a non-playing team. They were like the 11th seed, and they climbed 10 spots.
I hate when you do this with Jayson Tatum. Stop acting like he's just some type of man that does this to an organization. Like, he talked to his team, we're going to turn this shit around, y'all. Y'all going to follow me. I'm the obvious leader. He's not no fucking obvious leader.
Well, I don't know. 2 conference finals in your first 3 years is pretty leadership-like.
Stop saying that for other people hear this shit and start running around with it.
It's leadership-like. I don't know. You do what you want with it. I don't know. Tatum is on the 2nd team. You messed it up. You messed up the whole ordering.
Because DeMar DeRozan is 1st team? 28 points per game, holding them afloat. Constant injuries.
I'm sorry. Bringing your team from the 11th seed to the 1 seed?
Stop with this sympathy. No, that's sympathy. Stop it. Did he miss somebody? Was somebody injured? No one was injured when they got to the 11th seed.
Jaylen Brown missed games.
It was just that bad.
Jaylen Brown missed games.
So is Tatum not part of the reason why they was an 11th seed?
I mean, well, yeah.
So why should I get on my knees and suck him up because they're a top 3 seed now?
I mean, he turned his play around. They wouldn't be able to climb that much if it wasn't for his superstar.
Disrespectful as fuck. DeMar DeRozan just dropped 50 last night.
They wouldn't do this because if it wasn't for his superstar play, and you know it.
No, don't say superstar play. No, don't put words in my mouth, okay? He's not a superstar. And the Bulls wouldn't be here without DeMar DeRozan.
I mean, that's fair, but Tatum...
Did Tatum break one of Wilt's records? No.
You won me over with Trae Young, but you're not getting DeMar DeRozan. You're not getting DeMar DeRozan. You're not.
You're the one that hit me to the whole. They didn't make the play-in last year, and now they're a top 5 seed.
Yeah, that's why he has MVP. He has MVP respect.
So he's top 5 in MVP, but on the 3rd All-NBA team. He's top 5 in MVP, but he's your 5th forward. You're disrespectful as fuck. Who your 3rd team?
My 3rd team is James Harden is 3rd team.
What the fuck?
James Harden is 3rd. Who's on your 3rd team? No, I want to hear this. Who? Zach LaVine?
James Harden.
Who's left? Zach LaVine? Who's left?
Chris Paul.
Don't say it.
Christopher Emmanuel Paul, the 3rd or 2nd, whichever one he is.
I'm not buying it. He didn't have a better year than Harden. He didn't have I'm not buying it. No, even with Harden's inconsistencies, he hasn't had a better year than James Harden. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
They've been the 1 seed all year.
Well, he's not even the best player. I was told we don't get kudos for being the 2nd best player on the team. That's what I was told.
He is the best player. Chris Paul is better than Devin Booker, bro. We need to stop this. We need to stop. So it's just fucking impact.
Devin Booker James Harden. You have to have someone from the Heat. So Jimmy Butler. I guess DeMar DeRozan could get in. I guess. And then Cat. It's easy. Stop trying to put Gobert in places he doesn't belong. He's not an elite center. He's not. He's not. Cat. It's Cat. Cat.
Man, hey, my third team is looking a lot different from yours, man. It's the first team we had where it wasn't basically the same. Third team is Christopher Emmanuel Paul.
Oh my God.
Devin Booker. But this backcourt just is the best backcourt in the NBA right now. They gonna get 65 plus wins.
No, it's not.
Who's a better backcourt? Nobody. It's them. Man,
It's not any good backcourts. You can't think of one good backcourt besides them.
my forwards is Jayson Tatum, man. I was real iffy about this. It was either him or Jimmy Butler. One of them.
Wait, you were iffy. You were iffy. So you're saying you were debating about not having him make a team at all?
It's a tight. Hey, listen, Mike. It's tight, bro.
You're crazy.
It's tight. You got to move.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. That's
Tatum.
bro.
And my other forward is not Butler, man. Jimmy Butler is not third team All NBA to me, man. He's not it.
Don't say Andrew Wiggins.
It's Spicy
But I say
P.
Draymond.
It's Spicy P. Pascal Siakam, man. The Raptors are officially out of the play-in, and ever since he came back, they played amazing. Out of the play-in. Got help with Fred VanVleet tonight. He got an all-star behind him, but had to give it to him on to reward him. I didn't want his play to go forgotten. And my center is pretty obvious. We all know who this man is. We all love this man. You hate him. I love it. It is Rudy Gobert, man. Gobi. What's this going to be? His fourth, fifth All-NBA selection? He racking them up all time.
You're disrespectful. You're disrespectful.
Wow. Their record without him is negative. Karl Anthony Towns is in the play-in. And if Gobi was healthy all year, they'd be the 1 seed. Or no, top 3 seed.
You're disrespectful. Well, Donovan Mitchell missed games too, so
They were.
maybe if Donovan Mitchell.
I'm pretty sure they
maybe
were
if Donovan
positive in
Mitchell
those
was here.
games. Nobody missed Donovan. No one missed Donovan Mitchell.
What?
No one missed him. I watched Gobi drop 25 and 17 last night.
Yeah, I bet he had Donovan Mitchell.
It was against the Lakers, but he still dropped 25.
Oh, so I was told we don't care about performances against bum teams. That's what I was told. I guess that only
Regular season matters, though, right? That's part of his 82-game regular season.
I mean, I was told we don't care about the regular season because I know a guy who breaks record in the regular season daily, but he's known as a toxic, doesn't play winning basketball.
Don't do it, bro. Don't start this, bro.
That's all I know. And
Because DeMar DeRozan broke one of Will Chamberlain's records, and he's barely third team All NBA to you. Who you know broke a Will Chamberlain record?
Harden.
Stop with this, bro. I was like, bro, we were still in high school when that happened, bro.
Oh God.
Like, just stop with this James Harden shit.
Dude, 22, 8, and 10.
And I wish you'd stop with this rush shit too, bro. He should just retire. That's what he should do. He should just retire. Honestly.
You're crazy if you don't think he's...
So do you think Russ can be top 3 on the championship team?
If it's built built
No,
right and correctly.
He can't.
If it's built correctly and right, yes. He's proven he could be top 2.
No, he has not.
Yes, he has.
That was 10 years ago, Mike.
That
You understand? You was like 8 or 9 years old the last time that happened?
He's proven it. He's just never been in a good situation. He just
played with 20% of the world's greatest player of all time. How much better did the situation get?
Okay, so that was a great fit?
Yes.
Because I was told it wasn't. At the beginning of the year, I was
We
told.
need to have a conversation about this shit with these players like Russ and James Harden, who gets to play with all this talent and comes up short and we ignore it. This is a conversation that needs to be had when these players retire. We don't talk about this.
Harden has not played.
The list goes down of how many talented players Harden has. CP3,
Yeah.
Kevin Durant,
CP3
Russell
is not a
Westbrook,
superstar.
Joel Embiid, KD again, Kyrie Irving. How many do you need, Mike?
He never had a postseason run with Kyrie. He played with Russ, but he didn't have a. You told me he didn't have a player over 6'6". That's why.
I wonder why.
That's what you told me.
I wonder
That's
why.
What you told me. What do you mean you wonder why? So what? That's his fault that he didn't have.
No,
a
it's
player over
Russell
6'6"?
Westbrook's fault.
How's that Russell Westbrook's fault?
Because they got rid of Clint Capella because he couldn't play with them. It's Russell's
Anyways,
fault.
dude,
He just
he never had.
He going around ruining fucking franchises because the fucking Rockets hasn't been the same since. Rockets have not been the same since he did that shit. Now he went to the Lakers and they will not be the same once he leaves. He just going around fucking franchises up and you're not acknowledging it. That just don't seem like something a top 5 point guard would do to me. That's just me though.
Give him a correct spot. Give him a good spot. I guarantee.
Then you tell me what's a good spot for Russell Westbrook. You tell me. Dream spot right now. What team would Russ join and they instantly get better?
I can name a lot of teams. The Knicks, just about any team.
I'm talking about teams that can get. What team can he join and they'll make the finals with him?
Finals.
Yes, or a conference finals at that. None. Wouldn't fit the Warriors. Wouldn't fit the Jazz. Wouldn't fit the Clippers. Hey, the top 2 players on the Clippers, they didn't even want him. You think? Oh, maybe the Nuggets. You think the Nuggets want Russell Westbrook? The Nuggets.
That probably wouldn't be bad.
There is no team. I could think maybe the Nuggets, and that's because they're going through injuries, and possibly the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves, you think Pat Bev is about to be in the same locker room as Russell Westbrook?
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be controversy.
His time is past, bro.
Oh my
His
God.
time is past.
He's still an elite player. He's better than Ben Simmons.
Stop calling him elite.
He's better than Ben Simmons. He's better than Drew Holiday when he's in a correct spot. He's better than Chris Middleton when he's in a correct spot.
Not Mike. Let go of the past.
He is.
Why can't you just let go?
Let go of what?
The past.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
He's not an elite
He's not
player. His time is going, Mike. He hasn't been an All-Star in 2 years now. He hasn't been anywhere in the playoffs at any time since Kevin Durant left his team. Stop! Elite players do things, and he hasn't done jack diddity.
Won MVP.
Yes,
that's
he
elite.
doesn't even deserve that. That should have been James Harden's MVP.
Averaged a 30-point.
Yes, and got to the 6th seed, and then got bounced. But was that the Jazz, or was that the... Yeah, he lost to a rookie that year. Was that year, or was that the year he lost to Dame? It don't matter. It really don't matter. How is he elite? In what way is he elite, Mike? He's inefficient. He's a turnover machine. His IQ is low. He doesn't play defense, and he's not cooperative in the locker room. Who the hell are you?
No, stop. I'm not gonna let you do that because every star player that he plays with, whenever he leaves, they go out and say, "Oh, Russell was a great leader. Russell's a great teammate." Whenever he gets to a new team, they instantly say it. Bradley Beal did it. Paul George loved playing with Russ. Stop it.
Who the hell is he to tell the Lakers that he isn't coming off the bench? Who the fuck are you?
He's an elite player in this league. He has an MVP. You don't put an MVP in his prime on the bench.
Do you see Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose is squeezing little pieces of ounces what he has left of him. Russ doesn't have to squeeze. He has like so much left.
He has nothing, bro. Stop. Because when he goes to a new team, that'll be 5 teams in 5 years. You think we're giving up elite players 5 teams in 5 years?
Well, I don't know. Did they just give him up, or did he actually want out? Did he request out every time, every single time?
And they let him walk, didn't they? Did they argue with him, or did they just let him go? Because when James Harden wanted to get out of he wanted to get out of Houston. You think they let him go? He had to gain weight.
Stop bringing that fact that he's been on 5 different teams. He requested out every time. That's not a good.
Elite players don't get tossed like that.
He's not getting tossed. He wants out.
Elite players don't get traded like that, whether they want out or not.
Dude, you know contracts don't mean anything.
Yes, they
Player
do.
requested-
They didn't let James Harden go until he made it. He made it to where they had no other choice. Russ was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about leaving. Bye." Oh, it
Okay,
is.
so why they get him in the first place? Why they get him in the first place? If they just give him that,
Because
give him
LeBron needs to learn his place and stop trying to play GM and be a fucking player. That's why. Be a player, bro. Be a player. I don't know why they got him. It was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. I heard this. Who was talking about it? Shannon Sharp. I know half the shit he said is cap. But he's talking about growing up, going to parades. You know, he grew up in Los Angeles, going to parades for Shaq and Kobe and all this other shit. Bruh, you are not them. I don't care if you grew up in fucking Sacramento. You're not them. You're not them. Just because you grew up in Los Angeles and love these players, you ain't them, bitch. You should have came 10 years ago.
You're disrespectful, bro.
How?
That's a 3-time Super Bowl champion, a Hall of Famer. What is your problem?
I don't understand this, bro. You need to let go of Russ. I understand he's your favorite player, but you got Tatum now, bro. Just be biased. Just give up on Russ and just be biased towards Tatum, bro. Because this Russ era is over. It's done.
I'm not biased towards Tatum.
He's as good as Ashes now. He's done.
All I know is my young and up and comer is better than your young and up and comer. I don't even know who your young and up and comer is. Who's your young and up and comer? Is it Trae Young?
My boy Ice Trey. Yeah, I fuck with Trey, man. I love the Hawks. And stop with this, because he's not even a young enough comer. He's like 20. He's 24, bro. He turns 25 this year.
So you're saying he's not?
Bro, he's not.
What?
He's not young though. Like Luka.
He's the next generation.
Tatum's never winning an MVP, bro.
You're crazy.
I want him to win one, but the truth is, he's never winning an MVP.
All I know is Jayson Tatum finished top 5 in MVP voting his first. What is this? His 5th year. Trae Young has never finished top 10. That's all I know.
He can't become a top 10 seed because his team is always trash.
Oh, I wonder why is he a 10th seed? Tatum's never been a 10th seed. Tatum's never missed a playoff.
Well, Tatum has had 5. Tatum got 7 players averaging over 10 points.
Tatum's never missed the playoffs. That's interesting.
So you want me? I'm sorry that he wasn't born. He didn't get drafted to a blessed situation. Tatum got drafted to what? Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Marcus Smart, Al Horford a year after he was an All-Star.
I was told we don't take away from other players. We don't take away from players because other players.
And we shouldn't take away from a player because his team is trash. John Collins.
I was told we don't credit people who we don't just give sympathy to people who carry. That's what I was told.
I'm just saying, bro. Second offense. What other offensive pieces even on that team that's been here? Clint Capella.
He transformed an 11th seed.
Stop with that, man. It's not transformed. Do not use the word transform because it was an 11th seed because of him.
He transformed an 11th seed into a.
I hope I get this love because I'm light skinned one day, bro.
2 months, he said, watch this, everybody. Tatum is here. Tatum is here.
Tatum is a first round exit waiting to happen.
You're crazy.
First round exit. He's going to get bounced like a pro.
Tatum has a higher chance to get to the finals and win this year than Trae Young does of making the playoffs.
Are you out your fucking mind? So Jayson Tatum has a better chance of getting past Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Philadelphia than Trae Young has to win 2 playing games. You see, you just pushing it, bro. You reaching. You're reaching.
Okay, he has a better chance to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
He's not.
Than
Though.
Trae Young
He
does.
doesn't, and he's not.
He does. And if he falls short,
Why do you do this?
What?
He has all this help, and you just act like it don't matter. Like it's just the Jayson Tatum show, and he just.
I was told we shouldn't take away from players because they have help.
Well, it still matters, though, bro.
You just told me.
It still
That's what you just told me.
matters.
I guess that only accounts for Giannis, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, it only accounts for Giannis because Giannis doesn't have to carry. Okay, yep, okay.
Giannis does have to carry night in and night out on both sides of the floor.
You're crazy.
He leads the league in scoring.
Doesn't mean he has to carry. What are you talking
And he about to add a DPOY, MVP, and a scoring title to his resume. Hey, he might be above KD all time, but hey, that's a conversation for another day, y'all. Hey, man. Hey, this is a W podcast. Hey, if y'all didn't know, we got podcast clips on Elite Hoop Talks podcast, TikTok. You should go check us out there, man.
Check it out, man. Come on, man. Y'all do better.
If you don't want to, if you don't want to listen to the hour 10 minutes, I get you. I got you. But you gotta go check us out on TikTok because you know you still gotta get your daily anticipation of Mikeyhooptalks and EGF Hoops. You got to.
Oh, man, show us some love. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do better.
Man, Mikey, where can we find you at, man? Where you be at?
Mikeyhooptalks on TikTok, Realhooptalks on Twitter. That's where you find me. That's where I heard I'd be at. That's where I'd be at.
Man, hey.
Where you be? Where do you be at?
You can find me at Instagram at EGF Hoops, EGF Ron. You can check me out on Twitter EGF Ron. I talk about basketball a little bit on there. Check me out on TikTok. I might be posting on there today, man. That's really it, man. You got anything else for us, Mikey?
Tatum for MVP next year.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Tatum for MVP.
It's definitely.
I said he'd be a dark horse. I said he would be a dark horse this year, and it happened. I told EGF here first, our first pod ever. I said Boston will be back. I said Boston will be elite again. He laughed in my face. He said they wouldn't be, and look at them. They were the first seed a few days ago. They're a few games back from it. They're currently fourth. They're currently fourth. I told you. Tatum will be in the MVP conversation this year. I told you Boston will be back. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Man, Luka's obviously winning MVP next year, y'all, man, because we're going to blow up and they're going to see this, and we made the narrative that Luka's now the MVP of next year. So I'm going with Luka next year. And that's it, man. We're going to see y'all what? Give it a couple days. We'll see y'all, man. Got some basketball coming. The play-in tournament coming. We're going to have a couple pods before that, man. Talk about my Hawks making it. But that's it, man. We love y'all more than we love ourselves, and we are out, man. Peace.